the greatest reward as a parent, just to know his background and his story, and just to see him out there dominating. People will tell us that you have a special kid. I'll be like, oh, thanks. It's Kev, Kev's doing okay. Hi, my name is Tamara Novel. I am the mother of Kevin Novel. Most of the kids in the football world know me as Mama T. Kevin started football at a very early age. He started flag in South Kansas City with the South Suburban League. His mentality was, how do I know if I'm the best if I'm not going against the best? And all the kids in Blue Springs were, smaller kids that he would run through. So we made the switch to the Kansas Outlaws. Best switch ever. First time losing, he cried. He didn't know what losing felt like. Playing FBU was amazing. Going down to Florida every year for the past 4 years to see kids from all different parts of the United States come down and play. That gave him a different outlook on life too. He goes down there and he's not the biggest kid. So that was a shock to him. And I think it took him a moment to realize that, hey, if I want to be the best, I'm going to have to do more than what I'm doing now. He saw his teammate, Cruz, Lewandowski, make 8th grade All-American. He didn't make that. It broke his heart. In public school was very challenging for him. Everyone looked up to him, teachers, principals. He was the kid that got to take the new kids around for tours for the school. He's a lover. He's just a lover and a very well-mannered kid. But it was too much pressure of, everyone looks at me as this perfect person, but I'm not perfect. How can I influence other kids when I'm not perfect? And Kev had dark moments of wanting to end his life. As a mother, it breaks your heart. And you question of what signs did I not see? Would I have ever thought it would be Kevin that would want to take his own life? No, not at all. And the one thing that he told me of why he didn't follow through with it is because of his younger brother. Because my kids have always promised me that they would take care of Corey. Because of his autism and ADHD, they would always take care of him. And he told me, Mom, I thought about Corey and where he would be without me. When we told him that we would stop everything if this meant your mental health and you would be our son again without all these dark thoughts. And he said, Mom, verbatim, Mom, when I step on the field, everything gets quiet and everything makes sense. So from there, it was, okay, what do we need to do? We confided in Jeb Holzer, his trainer, because he's had the same challenges in life with being suicidal. And I'm grateful grateful for Jeb, and I'm grateful for Kev's 8th grade teacher. That was his person he expressed to when he had dark thoughts. Her name is Miss Bishop. I owe so much to these two people of why my son is still here. And then this year, he was the only lineman to get that freshman All-American title. And coming from the Midwest was huge.
Yeah, so Kev, I mean, I've been so close with him. He asked me to be his mentor last year, things like that. You know, he would ride with me on road games. You know, I love the kid. We text and keep up with each other no matter what time of year it is. And now getting to see him play a varsity, I am surprised that he's playing varsity not because of his athleticism, but he's playing center, which he's never done before. And he was a guard with us, playing nose tackle. And the first game of the year, that's what he played. They have an injury, Kev, play center. He's able to go in there and do it. Again, he's been competing against the best of the best and in the country. Guys, like some of these varsity kids aren't even as big and good as the kids he was playing against, and he was dominating them. Kev's the best O-lineman I've ever coached, and his work ethic and fighting through injuries or whatever it is, he just fights through it. I love it, and he has a great attitude. I mean, I think to me that's his biggest thing, is his attitude. He's ready to fight, and I love the kid.
After a few coming to Jesus talks, we started working out more. We found a personal trainer. We had those challenges of coaches and trainers wanting to coach him, but no one was ever consistent with Kevin and wasn't able to showcase and pull out those talents that he had until we met the coaches of the Kansas Outlaws, Jeff, Chris, Jeb, Caleb, Joe. All of those guys have really been consistent. So through Iron Fit, the Outlaws, FBU, wherever those coaches go, that is where Kev will be.
You're counting on junior and sophomore linemen and a freshman lineman in Kevin Novell, because of Jack Sprague's injury, to step up and play. And we knew once we saw Kevin this summer and saw him working out, like, that young kid's going to be really, really good. But you never want to have to play a freshman here at our level of football. But he's capable. He survived a rough first half last week in his first start, and then he was really solid in the second half, and he's only going to get better.
I'm excited for the competition, to see how would I match up against older guys, even though their front is like juniors and seniors. I want to see if I can push myself, that I can. And that's what I'm excited for, to push myself to be like, yeah, I can go against these 17, 18-year-olds as a 15. I want to do that, so yeah.
How's your teammates been, with you getting started?
Guys, no. All right. Testing 1, 2, 3. They've been really supportive. Me, a freshman, not really knowing all the plays, really, they've been really helpful with different calls and plays that we be running, so yeah. A lot of good people, a lot of good players that I've played against got me to this point, so yeah.
2 games in, starting so far, how has that been? And your play, have you been happy with your play? Have your coaches been happy with your play?
I've I think I've been playing pretty good. A lot to get better, better snaps, better blocking. Yeah, I think coaches are pretty good, like my play nicely, but I want to be better.
What have you been doing on the field that you want to be better at specifically? And can you give me any, prime examples?
Snapping, some of my snaps are really kind of over the place. I want to be really consistent with my snaps. Blocking, getting to the next level on blocks, that's going to really open up the hole for our running backs and potential quarterback.
What have you felt you've been doing really well through week 3, week 4?
Probably holding my own against all very good nose tackles and D-line, and yeah.
And how have you felt, with GridIron's assistance so far in your body, mind, and spirit?
I believe that it's probably the best thing I can ever done for myself. Being around all my buddies and friends and coaches I've known for a while just really helps.
And then you got Cruz Lewandowski over there as a freshman playing some defense, playing on special teams. Again, you don't want to have to play freshman, but it's not like with Cruz, it's not like you have to, like that kid earns it. Like he's like cash, he's a kid that football just comes naturally, and he's an advanced football player for his grade. And so, like I told him today at practice, I think if the Kansas City Chiefs are out there, Cruz, and they said, let's go attack him, you would run out there ready to go. And that's just the Lewandowski mentality, and I love that in those kids. So it's fun to see him. It's going to be fun to watch him grow up.
All right, Cruz, so talk to me real quickly about how, you got to start, be one of the first freshmen to start since a big-time name here at Rockhurst on the defensive side of things this year.
Well, they pulled me up our last scrimmage of the season, or last scrimmage of the summer, and I wasn't really expecting much. I just thought JV. And then week 1, our starter got hurt, and so I was like, might be my time to step up. Ended up not getting a lot of play time in that game. It's kind of down a little bit, but I was just staying ready. And they started getting me in more reps. And then Ray Peck, I ended up getting a lot of more opportunities because our other guy got a little cramp. And so they liked what they saw apparently, and I started playing after that, and it's just been up from there. I mean, I've been getting better every week, getting more comfortable in this defense, but got a little setback with my arm. Hopefully back by playoffs.
Walk us through, first off, what happened to the arm?
I'd say it was an inside zone, but it was like quarterback kept it. I don't know, they're running some weird wing tee. And so I was falling in backside. I saw him open up, he kind of cut back. I put my arm in there, and one of our safeties was coming down to make a tackle. He blew him up, but he also caught a piece of my arm when he did it. And then turns out it got dislocated, and there's 2 little fragments of bone just laying around.
You were 8th grade FBU All-American. What does that mean to be an 8th grade FBU All-American here in the Midwest? One of the first that we've seen in for 10 years.
I mean, I think I was the only dude to make it from Kansas City or Kansas or Missouri, and so I think that's a little special. The competition there is amazing. And like you go around, you don't see many people from like a small, I wouldn't say small, but you don't see many people from like a Midwest. There's all these Texas, California, Florida guys. And you kind of just have to like find your group and have fun with it.
How were you able to stand out, being from Kansas and all those other guys from the Texas and California?
I mean, a lot of it was through the competition. They saw, because they know the teams are legit there, so they saw highlights. I put the team names, and they read off that, and they're like, yeah, if he's competing against these guys, he could compete against anyone. Also, some of my training is GridIron Fit, or most of it is GridIron Fit. I mean, we've been on this workout program since I think it was in 4th grade, and me and Blake Thomas from Southwest, we actually in 8th grade, we used to wake up every morning before practice and get a before school lift in. And they do a really good job with seeing what's wrong with you, like individualizing. It's not just like a big money grab. They're like individualizing you. So if you're hurt, they'll make I had a wrist problem since week 1 against St. Pius, and they kind of like tailored the workouts to fit what I could do and what I couldn't do. One of our trainers, Jeb Poutier, pretty long NFL career, big guy. He really helped us because he knows what he's talking about. So he'd come in, he'd help. He'd introduced all of us to a lot of like stretching and workout. and emphasize the recovery part more than the actual lifting. And I think he's helped us a whole lot. And I mean, the results we've seen from it, verticals have all increased by like 5 inches. I mean, 40s have increased a lot. I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but a lot of that is from him. Also, what's gotten me to here right now is not actually what we did preseason, but it's what we're doing middle of the season. Every Sunday we'll go out, we'll get Coach EP, sprint guy, KU, really, really good at what he does, and he'll singularly check us on our form, telling us what we can improve, just asking us like how we've been, not even like athletic stuff, but personally too. And we'll get it working with him, and then we'll go to GridIron Fit and do that. And so I think I gotta dedicate a lot of my gains and how well I've been playing to him.
Only one left, so I had to get it right. Even if it take all night, gotta learn to suck it up and gotta learn.
These workouts were to make sure that they get ready for Friday, that they can make it through the week, but make it through and be successful in practice. So I want to make sure that they're healthy. The best athlete is a healthy athlete. So we got to take care of their bodies, make sure that from their ankles all the way to their heads, their necks, everything is feeling good. It's not going to feel great today, but it's going to feel better than what it felt like on Friday night and today and yesterday. Cool.
And he's watching, he wants me, but he'll never get a chance to put a hand in my plan, even if he offered $1 million bands to the man. What's the point of
You know what I mean? So, yeah, make sure we're not doing this. Cut it off.
Then I know I'll be headed for show. I take my blood, I went to war and I be headed to go. I'm ahead of the boat, man, I'm ahead of the curve. My eye view is the same as ahead of a bird. I'm at the game, you can say I am ahead of the herd. Mama told me learn to speak before you'll never be heard. Had to find a way to use it. These niggas use and abuse it. I put in the work, so I'm never gonna lose it. Flow goes stupid. Wait until you hear a nigga.
I'm a hurdle coach by nature, so I coach hurdles and sprints.
Hurdling is sprinting over and between barriers.
For hurdling, it's a culture, so we bring a culture to sprinting, right? So it's everything that we do in our life. We want to be consistent in everything that we do. So sprinting, when it comes to GridIron Fit, when it comes to football, is about being disciplined. It's about being having fun while you're doing it. But the main thing is about being healthy. And that goes into how I train kids. Everything is very individualized. And so I'm always watching to see, is what we're doing currently to make sense for this particular athlete? Should we move them over to a lower distance? Should we move them up a distance? Yes, it's science-based, but the biggest thing as part of that is how do we individualize this for each athlete? For Cruz, well, I've known Cruz since he was born. So Cruz and Cash, it's been truly a blessing just to see them grow, just from infancy to where they are now. Athletically, you know, once I got to see Cruz again, got him out here and started taking him through drills. Like I said, he's one of those kids where he was one of the ones out here where he didn't quite get the drills at first, a little uncoordinated, but that coordination has come on very fast. And so it's good to see him, well, you saw today in today's workout, the Cruz that you saw today was not the Cruz that I got initially. He's a little bit more flexible. He understands how to move his arms better. He understands how to strike the ground better. He understands, you know, he's truly a student athlete, and he's coachable, which is hard. Not all kids are coachable. So Cruz is someone that has grown, and he had a recent pick 6 in a game. And, you know, talking with Jeff, his dad, he was like, you know, the kid had an angle on him. He still outran him. I'm like, hell, he looked excellent today. So he's just going to keep reaping the rewards of his efforts. I'm just a small piece. You know, they're the ones putting in the hard work. For me, it's a blessing just to see them to get better and to, you know, to get on Twitter, get on X and see their highlights, see them picking off balls, running, you know, scoring touchdowns, and to see them doing it while having fun and moving really fast. You know, just for me to be even a small part of that, it brings a smile on my face.
But Cruz is another one I've known for a long time, coached him, same as Blake. And with the competition, again, you know, he competes and he has a brother that's okay too. So that competition in mentality is what it really takes. I think most people don't understand, so many guys are great talents, but never had to fight for it. And I think he's someone just at his household has to fight for a lot of stuff. And that's helped his mentality onto the field. He's also very smart. I think a lot of people don't realize that football smarts and what that makes you. And that's why he got that pick 6. And then his physical attributes kicked in. When he ran up that sideline, there was a kid trying to chase him down, and he turned on the jets. And I'd never seen him put that gear in place. So he's another one he can play a few positions in college right now, and he's going to help you in many different ways. And that's where I'm excited to see him as his career continues. As a coach, my thought is always to put you in the right situation to be successful and to get the most out of you. Fortunately, to get the most out of you, part of it is kind of taken care of with this group. They're mentally and physically want to do this. This is on them. Now, putting them in the right situation to be successful, that's what my job is. And we do that through understanding the training and teaching of everything, food, sleep, nutrition, all that as well. But I had a coach, one of the greatest strength coaches ever, Dan Riley, say to me, it drove him crazy when other coaches would come in an interview and say, if it wasn't for me, Champ Bailey wouldn't be where he is. And that would drive, and I've always taken that to heart because I get that. It's on them. They're the ones out there performing. I'm just here trying to help them be at their best. And so that's why I'm really proud of these kids is they're out there doing the work, but then I trust them to come in here, do the work with us, and when we talk to them about what they need to do, they're doing it. And though they hate it, like the ice tub and some of the running stuff we do, there's a reason for it, but they see the fruits of their labor these first couple weeks of the season.
It's been great. I mean, having Kev by my side for, 4 years now, that's an amazing experience, especially when you two are young guys starting on a varsity team together. It doesn't happen often, so I'm just blessed to have it happen to me. Like, you see all our guys from around Team FBU, like most of them, we got a couple starting everywhere. So, I mean, you gotta say that it's prepared you a whole lot more, that the physicality and athleticness of the other teams, it just kind of translate. Normally, you get out here and it's super fast. I really didn't feel all that much fast. I just felt like I came out here and was ready to play. The competition there is unreal. I mean, you're gonna get kids starting at these powerhouses like Modern Day. And so being able to be there and compete with them is honestly amazing, gets you so right for this. And just having a big support group's really, like a good support group's really big for us, If we have people behind our backs, we're gonna be more likely to be able to accomplish what we wanna do.
Don't feed into the outside noise. Focus on yourself. Work hard. Yeah, surround yourself with good people that is gonna build you up and not tear you down or just let you fall. Just surround yourself with a good crowd. Yeah.
And I'm kind of telling you off what Kevin said, that outside noise, all these rankings stuff, really at the end of the day don't matter. I mean, you come out on the football field and you play, it's 11-on-11, your team versus theirs. And I think if you surround yourself with your teammates and you're hanging out and you're having fun, your odds go way up on winning.
Start that hydration now, so we're ready to go. All right, good work today. First freshman to start at O-line for Rockhurst since 1984. Please break us down.
Hard work on me, hard work on the three. 1, 2, 3.
Hard work.